What's up everybody, Will Borza here, the LA recordist. It's the analog vlog. It's a vlog. Analog. Now this is what they're not going to teach you at recording school. They might, but it wouldn't make sense for them to teach this because they're getting paid to teach you the right way to mix. Californication by the Red Hot Chili Peppers. Louie Louie. Crank That Soulja Boy. My Generation by The Who. What do these songs have in common? Well, for one, they're all insanely popular when they came out. However, none of them are mixed well. With the possible exception of Californication is really the mastering and the loudness that kind of ruined that one. But here's my point. The best mixes aren't always correct mixes. Now, by no means am I saying neglect audio education. Whether you get that education from school, textbooks, apprenticeships, internships, it's all valuable information. You need to learn the well-established, standardized recording, mixing, and mastering practices. You need to learn your DAW inside and out. You need to learn compression, EQ, gain staging. Learn your microphones, learn the laws of acoustics, learn critical listening skills. Learn the sonic differences between an LA2A, a Fairchild, and an 1176. It's very important that you understand the tools that you have at your disposal, that you learn them inside and out. Don't just learn the 1176 all buttons trick, but learn what an 1176 does at every possible setting. You see, you need to learn the rules in order to break them effectively. It's very important to learn your limits. You know, how far is too far? Take clipping, for example, distortion. Too much distortion is a very bad thing, but just a little bit can really open up mixes. With summing mixers, they're going to be doing absolutely nothing to improve your mix unless you push into them a little bit. Digital audio workstations are just fine at summing together information. The reason, the appeal of a summing mixer is if you're pushing into it a little bit and you're getting some of that saturation, some of that overdrive, some of those extra harmonics that happens when electronic components are being pushed a little too far. I think Manny Marroquin says it really well. If you don't know that name, you should. But he actually has said this multiple times in multiple interviews that every song has Tabasco. And our jobs as mixing engineers or producers or whatever is to identify what needs to have a little bit of Tabasco on it. A perfect example of this that he gives is a track that he mixed. It's called I Don't Trust Myself, parentheses, with Loving You. It's off of John Mayer's album Continuum, where if you have a listen to that track, go pause this, listen to that, come back. Manny talks about how he took the snare drum and he routed it to an aux track and he put a flange on the aux track and he mixed the flanged snare in underneath the regular snare, so you get not just a regular tss, but like a tss, tss. I mean, that doesn't do it justice. Listen to the track, you'll hear it, it's awesome, and it really ties the mix together. And that's just that little extra bit of Tabasco sauce. And that is not correct mixing. That's not the type of mixing that you learn from a textbook. That's the stuff you get from experimenting and learning your tools and getting good with knowing what you have and what you can produce, and putting on record what you hear in your head. Sometimes the trick to breaking the rules is subtlety. And other times you have songs like Bold as Love on Axis Bold as Love by Jimi Hendrix, where on the entire reprise they just slapped a phaser on the entire mix. But it works. People love it. People still listen to it today. It's wrong. It's not correct mixing, but we love it. Why? Because it's adventurous, because it's breaking the rules, and we love hearing that, even if we don't know what it is. So break the rules. See you tomorrow. Peace.